I'm Jay-Z.
I'm Daniel.
This is Rhodey.
And our newest teammate, Tater.
We had to bring the whole Just My DIY team out today because this is a very big day for us. We are going to unbox our very own Glowforge Pro.
Now, Glowforge says that you should be able to take it out of the box to printing in about 30 minutes.
We'll give a little extra wiggle room because filming always does take a little bit longer, but we're going to show you everything you need to do to get started with your very own Glowforge right now.
All right, so everyone pause in.
1, 2, 3, yay! And this is how it arrived. We ordered the Glowforge Pro, but all Glowforges arrive in 2 boxes. We will say our box was a little busted, so we're a little bit concerned about that. But we went ahead and dug right in, snipping off the plastic straps and pulling off those hard corners. Now, we will note that our box did not come with those locking plastic handles that you see in all the other Glowforge unboxing. Just know that may not be a thing anymore.
Just know that we are being careful though opening the box. We care to preserve it. If you have to ship the Glowforge back to have it maintained by the manufacturer, then it's good to have all of these pieces, or it's expensive to replace.
They'll charge you right now about $250 for another box if you have to ship it back to them for warranty, so keep this one. This is a 2-person lift for sure, so make sure you have a friend or your very own Daniel with you to get it out of the box. And again, we're keeping all of the materials. They say you don't have to keep the tape, but we're keeping it all.
Like most electronic devices that are shipped, there is foam, 8-crate stuffing all the way inside of it. There's tape and knobs and pulleys and all sorts of things you have to take off.
Do note that inside the foam that's in the back is your Glowforge print head, as well as your little tool, lens removal tool. We tried to pull out this piece all in one. We weren't confident we could get it out safely without flinging the print head, so we went ahead and pulled that print head out, only touching the flat black matte surfaces. It also had a little lens wipe in there.
Yeah.
And then pulled out that foam piece. That piece came out nicely, and then we tucked these things back in there for safekeeping until we are ready for them.
Now this long arm is held in place by 2 plastic bolts that stabilize it for shipping. And we simply remove them by twisting counterclockwise, as you would expect from a bolt.
Lefty-loosey.
You'll notice that we're going to go to this orange piece of tape, which is holding the ribbon, and we free the ribbon and that tab.
After we do that, we're going to push this arm back. You do want to do that as smoothly as possible, and then pull the 2 orange stoppers from the tracks as well. Now it's time to figure out what's in the other box.
We carefully open this box as well and discover the crumb tray. We pull it off to the side and find the vent hose and a power cord and a bunch of proof grade material, which we'll talk about in a moment. Here are the insert lines for the crumb tray. There are 4 of them. And we'll very noisily slide this into place with the handle facing forward, and you'll feel it just kind of like slunk right where it's supposed to go.
Then we're going to pull out the print head again, only touch the flat black matte surfaces, pull out the little orange foam cork that is in it, and now we're going to attach that.
It helps to know that Glowforge word on it will be facing towards the top and readable from the front of the machine, so you know your alignments. Plug it into your ribbon, click it into place, straighten your ribbon out, and pull that sliding arm forward, sliding the Glowforge from left to right. Or you could go right to left, it's fine.
That's just to make sure that the ribbon isn't kinked or twisted and that everything will move freely once you turn the Glowforge on.
So we close the front gate and the door, pull our Husky out.
So we can access the back, because now it's time to set up the vent hose. It does come with a 4-inch hose as well as a springy clip that unless you have Hulk hands, you might drop a few times.
If you don't have Hulk hands, a pair of pliers works out wonders.
But Daniel has Hulk hands.
So we slide the clip onto the hose and then the hose onto the machine. And then open the window, take the screen off. Carefully, don't drop it on your neighbors. Slide the machine back into place and extend your hose until you can drop it pretty far out the window.
Now, before you plug it in, do make sure that the machine is off. Plug the power cord into the machine and then directly into the wall, not into a power strip. It has its own surge protection, and you don't want to mess with that.
We check the level. We check it twice, because we're like Santa Claus.
Just checking it side to side and front to back, but yeah, Santa Claus too. And then turn it on and listen to that magic. Do note that squeak was me out of excitement and not the machine.
Oh, the gurgling is not her though.
No, definitely not me. Now we're going to go to the computer to setup.glowforge.com in order to do all the connections. So over on the computer, you will need to agree to the terms of service. Scrolling all the way to the bottom, it'll give you all the unboxing instructions. Clearly, we've already done that at this point. And now you're going to connect to Wi-Fi. It's very easy. Your machine will broadcast a network that you connect to and then log into your Wi-Fi from there. You do have to be connected to Wi-Fi anytime you use your Glowforge. We're not going to show you our Wi-Fi networks or our neighbors, so just trust us that it's easy. Then we get to name our machine, which we named Frank the Forger after
the character portrayed in Catch Me If You Can.
Now let's take a look at those proof grade materials and do our first cut.
In the proof grade kit, we have medium basswood hardwood. We have a small sample of leather. Some medium walnut hardwood. A letter telling us how awesome we are. Hashtag not proof grade, put it off to the side. We have some medium clear acrylic, 2 sheets of it actually. Some light basswood plywood. Light cherry plywood. And 2 sheets of medium draft board.
So looking at all of this, the draft board is probably the most economical from a cost perspective of all of the materials. So we're going to use that for our test cut. And we are just still following in the tutorial on the computer. And we are going to do what everyone does, the gift of good measure.
So we're going to open up our machine and we're going to put in our draft board using the QR code side up. And it should fit squarely inside that crumb tray.
Then we're going to click on the gift of good measure. You will need to sign in if you haven't signed in at this point. Obviously, we are signed in. We select our country and then click on that gift of good measure from the catalog. There aren't really any special instructions on this one, so we just kind of close that out on the right. And after the Glowforge has had time to scan the material, it shows up because there's a wonderful little camera inside the Glowforge. We drag this up to the corner, so it literally is like what you see is what you get. That's where it's going to cut. Because this is proof grade, it already knows all of the settings for engraving, scoring, and cutting. Once we hit print, it'll take a few minutes to prepare, and then we just wait to see that glowing button on the machine.
It will take 4 minutes and 45 seconds to accomplish this, and now it glows. So now we go.
Press the button.
Get to work, Frank.
It was so fun to watch this engrave and cut the first time. We will say, a lot of people say that the Glowforge is loud, and it's loud, but it's not like go grab earplugs kind of loud.
But we're still going to take a look at alternative exhaust systems. But for this project, we just got to peel the masking off, protective coating they put so the burning doesn't happen on the wood itself. and admire the handiwork.
Do note that once you're done with your Glowforge for the day, you should go ahead and pull that exhaust hose out of the window so you don't keep it exposed to the elements.
And close your window.
To keep the critters out.
It was quite the easy process taking Frank from being in a box to printing something in a short amount of time.
One of the reasons that we picked the Glowforge is because it truly is plug and play. It is so easy to get started with it. And also,
there was a referral code that gave us $500 off.
That's right. Our referral code, if you're interested in buying a Glowforge, will be listed down in the description. That will give you up to $500 off a Glowforge, depending on which model you choose, as well as give us a little something as well, which will help us keep creating content like this.
Which may let Frank get us into trouble for forgery. Now, if you like this video but thought that joke was a little lame, then feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment on the comment line, and of course our referral code for the Glowforge is listed down below, along with a link for the Husky.
That we have it sitting on. That's right. Also in the description are our social handles. Please connect those across platforms. We love hearing from you. And don't forget to check out our blog at justmydiy.com. Thanks for watching.